pride that I could not have worked harder to serve the community as a local federal MP. I'm grateful for the friendships I've formed and the courtesy extended to me by people from all walks of life.
What poetic justice for Tickner. One of the high priests of political correctness. Huh?
There's no picture.
Well, no, I can't get a picture out of this for some reason.
Just plugged in the other end.
Yeah. So we'll set the connection.
Fascinating about this seat is that the Liberal candidate here, as Anthony will be bursting out of his seat, is showing a 26% swing to her. But in fact, this candidate is not really an endorsed Liberal candidate.
Yeah, she was the woman who the Liberal Party disendorsed for being politically incorrect about Aborigines. And look what's happening.
On the ticket, didn't she? On the ticket. A decade of rednapping.
After the ballot paper.
That's right.
She's on the ballot paper as a Liberal candidate.
She said things about Aboriginal welfare and the industry far less spectacular, I'd say, than Graeme Campbell's ever said, and she was sacked. She was sacked by the Liberal Party.
What did she say?
She made some innocuous comments about Aborigines being crucified by welfare, how it was destroying them. Graeme Campbell says exactly the same thing, but the Aborigines tell him that welfare is killing them. She said something far less, I'm trying to grasp the words. I mean, what she said was totally innocuous and totally without sin, and yet she was castigated and sacked. Howard had to do something about it. You'll find what's happening now. If she wins, this is a terrible slap in the face for both parties and the way they've treated people who've had the guts to stand up and try to call the truth. But this thing about this woman, it's one of the big stories of the election. If she wins, it will be the story of the election.
Oh dear.
It's like we've got a Liberal government.
Yeah. That's right. Well, it'll be an even bigger story.
Alright, is that still happening now, or the live cross will still happen then? It hasn't. It's just a bit delayed though. Alrighty, no worries. Bye-bye. Plugged in.
No. Yeah, how you doing, Graham? It's Paul here. You got a picture? Oh, fucking A. All right, let's set this up. I'll be with you. I'll call you back in 2 minutes.
This mob is starting to make the ABC look good.
Often they end where they start, and there's a lot of toing and froing in between. I do think the start of the last...
We have some seats in Queensland we're about to look at with smaller votes.
The one that Howard sacked, she's winning. She's winning. Well, it's more than brilliant, it's just, it is the story of the election, is the woman who's winning in Oxford. The woman that Howard disendorsed for saying naughty things about Aborigines. Yeah? I've got a 26% swing.
Wait for a second there. I think we've got to cross to Mr. Keating, who's now coming out in Bankstown.
Thanks very much. Thank you. Let me begin by saying that I wanted to deliver for all those who supported us, but obviously it wasn't to be.
Can I do another interview now?
Oh, yeah?
Because the other one was really about the Nationals thing.
Yeah.
We could talk about both. Do you want to go see your supporters for a sec?
Yeah, we've got to do that.
Congratulations, Graeme.
Thank you.
Yes!
You've got a job!
I've got a job.
First, I want to say
pleading issue of this election on the biggest story is the girl in Oxley.
The girl in Oxley?
Yeah. There's one as an independent because Howard disendorsed her for saying, quote, naughty things about Aboriginal people.
That they got too much money or something.
I mean, Graeme says that the Aboriginal people tell him that welfare's killing them. And they tell him that. She was saying rather along the same lines, very innocuous things. I mean, she's now won the seat that was held by Bill Hayden, the ex-Governor-General, one of the safest seats in Australia. She got a swing of 26%.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've just been writing them in here. I haven't even been taking them out of the folder. I've lost them quite a bit. Actually, we should probably write them up so we can get them up. See, some preferences haven't actually been up, so...
Yeah, at least that.
Totally innocuous
The barn, I shall do all right.
Yeah, and the other one was running really well. Graham's on the other one, actually.
Graeme Campbell, congratulations.
Oh, thank you, John.
Graeme, you were confident of winning, but you couldn't have been as confident of winning by such a big margin.
Just a sec.
I've got to get a bit of paper and get all these figures off, these messages off. Yeah, this will do here. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, they're
Not
home
too
and
bad,
home, mate.
hey? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. Hello, Gabriella speaking. Yeah, hi. Yeah.
Yes, I think he's the architect of the dilemma and the disaster. David Coons was Federal Secretary, said in 1973, the year before Keating entered the Parliament, that he would destroy the Labor Party, and I think he's effectively done it. The Labor Party is very resilient, however, and I think it will rebuild from the rubble. No, what it was. See, I came in Parliament, then I was doing a talk back radio, and he said, I'm prepared to meet Mr. Campbell any time. In his own forum, he said, right, cop this. I thought he wanted to debate on the radio. He said he sued me. Now, everything I said was the public intent, I wouldn't have said it wasn't true.
John McKechnie has settled his defamation case against Kalgoorlie MP Graeme Campbell. John McKechnie QC says he's forgiven Mr. Campbell following an out-of-court settlement that includes a sum of money and a written apology.
Mr. Campbell said the legal action could have forced him into bankruptcy, effectively ending his political career.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming.
Announcing today's settlement, the DPP, John McKechnie, would only say the figure was
significant.
Last year, under the protection of parliamentary privilege, Graeme Campbell made allegations about Mr. McKechnie.
A couple of weeks without your mic, I would have been stressed. G'day, Gordon. I've come down to give you the flu. Yeah.
Graeme Chase, Pauline Hanson.
Hello, Graeme.
Graeme.
Thank you.
Making a film on me.
Some more statistics out of Monash about the enclave mentality of particularly Vietnamese.
Someone was telling me this morning, Keki Lincoln, she saw this report, came out that showed that developing poverty traps in Vietnamese and Lebanese particularly, and how we're compounding the poverty trap. People are coming out of Australia to join it. Yeah, and saying we should revise the whole base of immigration, which all I say about immigration is it's got to be in Australia's interest. If it isn't, don't do it.
Yeah. See, Heron's promoting a book this week about Aboriginals, saying we should go back to assimilation.
Yes, I was invited to that to go.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Well, there's a lot of Aboriginals say that too. Look, it's our language. We don't speak, it'll die out, and that's our decision. If we don't practice our culture, it'll die out. That's up to us. They don't like us jamming their culture down their throats.
All right, we better go back.
Yeah.
Do some work.
Someone was telling me this morning, he said he's writing an article which he doesn't think you'll be unhappy with, which I think means he thinks you'll be happy with it. You made a big impression on him.
I take it as a compliment, I really do, from Mr.
Oh, I mean, Hayden's the top of that.
Yeah.
And I mean,
No, I think it's a nice, genuine fellow.
Told me he's very impressed with him. He said that Labor will never win a seat back. If you stick to your guns and do what you're doing. And he said he was amazed. He said all these people saying that, oh, now you're elected, you've got to change your ways. He said, why would you want to do that? She got elected. No, I think Hayden was very, very supportive. So,
That's lovely.
and you know, I think that's important because there'll be stuff in there you can use next election, and that'll go down well with Labor voters.
Get some good brochure material.
Oh, that's a compliment.
All right, see you, Graham.
Okay, Graham. Bye-bye. Bye, Graham.
See you, Barbara.
She's very intelligent, she's very gutsy. The problem is, she left school at 15, she's never read a book in her life. She's now cramming books. And it's a, you know, it's a big drawback, but I think she's handling it very well. I think she's also got a gut feel for things.
Channel 7 wanted to know what you're doing in the next 2 weeks, anything political. So do you want them to know that you're speaking at these different things?
Yeah. Yeah.
Organisers claimed about 150,000 shooters attended today's rally. The police disputed the figure, saying it was closer to 70,000.
We've got one man brave enough to tell you, brave enough to stand up to the party. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Graeme Campbell. Graeme.
Fellow citizens, gathered here today, yours is an awesome task. This is a great country. It is only you people that will keep it a great country, because there are forces out there that want to make us into lackeys and want to take away all our freedoms. Little Johnny Howard won an election. Johnny Howard is planning a double dissolution. He will be able to get control of the Senate. But let's look at what the government's planning. Governments that think that they can tell you what to think, that they can legislate to tell you that you mustn't think nasty thoughts. This is the sort of people you're dealing with. And it's you people who have this awesome responsibility to not let your politicians forget that they represent you. Now, I must finish by asking you all a question. Do you people here think we should put Australia first? If you do, let's hear it. Australia first! The only politician who stood up for us. Excuse me. Just want some of those. Oh, good, yeah, fine. Oh, good. Great. Good. Well done, you make a lot of sense.
Well, I'm announced tomorrow I'm going to form a new political party. The National Party's finished. There's got to be something to fill that vacuum.
Parties that are able to present the rights of people like this.
Well, the National Party in Australia is finished. It's quite clear.
Yeah.
The National Party is finished because there are too many people in Parliament, the National Party, who prefer to have their bums in the big seats. There is a problem in Australia in that, no matter what the rhetoric is, the reality is the Liberal and Labor parties are really Tweedledum and Tweedledummer. The National Party has completely sold out its constituency. The National Party is finished. So, no, there'll be a big announcement. Be there Sunday morning. Kalgoorlie's great this time of the year. So I need to do it on the weekend because I've already got the Sunday paper here announcing that I'm doing it. Now look, now look, now look. Now just listen to me, for Christ's sake. I'm under quite a lot of pressure here, whether you like it or not, whether you recognise that or not, whether you approve or not. the die is cast. The paper is saying that they understand I intend to do it. You know, following a late night briefing, they understand I intend to do it, but I'm not going to. Look, these journalists at the Sun Herald are on side. Now, I've got Graham Chase here. All this is being recorded, by the way.